A new hand touches the beacon.
Hi everyone. Hi Abby. Welcome back. Where have you been? Why have I not heard from you? Hi Luna. I live. I was heavily debating streaming today because I woke up late again. Surprise, surprise. And Mr. Squared, thank you for being first. Very nice. Get your hand on that beacon. I woke up at the right time, but I fell back asleep without realizing, obviously. School's been drowning me out. I was bedridden sick for a month. Well, yeah, both of those things make a lot of sense for you. You feeling better? Hope you're doing okay. Let me put this guy on. There we go. Today I was supposed to play Mass Effect today, but because I have so little time, I don't really feel like doing that. When I play Mass Effect, I want to have the full 4 or 5 hours stream, and not just 2 hours. This is going to be a short stream, 2.5 hours ish, give or take. So we're just going to do some D&D prep, some mechanics, writing, and rule making. A lot better. Just even in college. Well, my DMs are always open. Get in there. Tell me about it. I got you with the writing trust. Oh, great. I feel better already. Later today when my assignments are kind of done. That's good. Ooh, I haven't. You weren't here. I have. Hold on. Hi. Look. My collector's edition of Expedition 33 arrived. It is beautiful. It's also a music box. I wind this up every time I'm feeling bad now. It instantly makes me feel better. It's a nice little pick-me-up in the morning. Because I've been feeling like shit because my schedule is shit. Every time that my schedule sucks, my sleep schedule sucks, I just feel like absolute trash all day, every day, until I fix it. And ever since I got that, it has helped quite a bit. Phasmophobia music box. You listen to it when you woke up and fell asleep from it. Nah, it's too far. It's too far from my bed. And I would not risk putting that anywhere near my sleeping flailing. I would wake up one day and it'd be smashed in half on the floor. I just know it. I am not gonna do that. Alright, say bye. Bye. Okay, so dog noises. Let's go ahead and get on the right headspace for it. We're not writing lore. I don't write lore on stream. That would defeat the purpose of the secrets. We're doing mechanics. We're remaking D&D. Right, her character, obviously. Character's been written. She even already has a background, a backup character.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
You got the makings of greatness in you.
Sharp. You're going straight to Lurg. Appreciate you coming in. Nice new name. She can have 3. Yeah, so what do I want to work on? I stopped working on species last time. There's a lot to go on here. Concentration is also a lot. Each time they speak, even out of character, they have to roll. They have to gamble their rights. Just the type of character that makes you want to kill yourself. Love it. Okay. What do I want to work on today? I could work on vulnerabilities. There's gonna be extra level of chill. The fucking Phantom soundtracks are playing. So if they want to heal, they have to. See, they give anyone a second embarrassment, they die. Okay, I need to actually do some work here, alright? Not just fuck around off stream. I gotta do something. Document RTSK. I don't know exactly what I will want to work on. 'Cause I could polish up some of the residual magic stuff. Turn the music down a little bit more. Kind of not up, and I can pick a number. Okay. Let me see. Well, you could have not told me that. Because then I wouldn't know which one was number 2. So now whichever one I put on number 2, I know is going to get picked, or number 7, which means I'm still picking it. I don't think there's anything to work on this one. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 things to work on. Well, technically 4. The 5th one isn't a lot. I don't think there is much to work on here. So, 4 separate things. I don't know which one I want to. Give me the range. 4. Number between 1 and 4. 3. Well, shit. Alright. What do I need to work on this? Let me see. Bards. Ooh, I do need to work on the warlock. For the hex. Use an enemy within range to hex. The hex fades within 3 rounds if your residual magic exceeds the halfway point. Let me see. There's a lot to work on for the druid as well. It's like a fuck ton. Have I finished all of these? Abbeysporg. Welcome in. How you doing? You know what? This one's a little too overwhelming. I'm gonna pick number 1. Sorry, Abby. How's homebrewing going? Well, we just started. Just now decided what I even want to work on to begin with. So we're gonna work on the species today. Place a level 9 fireball at will that does triple damage. Man. Nuclear campaign. Oh, I always wanted a nuclear winter campaign. That's... sounds fire. Okay, so I'm gonna check what the species get in regular D&D. And then I'll just apply it if it makes sense. If not, then I'll just figure it on my own. Into That's a great idea, Abby. I'll make sure to put that on the... It's in the book. Alright. I won't say which page, but it's in there. I'll make sure. Okay, so I got a... Fuck. Let me go for dwarves. Dwarves are easier to make than to homebrew than dragonborns. The dragonborns have way too many variables with them. What do dwarves get? Dark vision, dwarf resilience. You also have advantage on saving throws you make to avoid or end the poison condition. No. Like, I reworked poison to a certain degree, so it doesn't really... It isn't the same. You know what? I'll leave it as is, because with my reworked version of poison... So... I reworked poison to... in the sense that... poison damage is now an overtime thing. Always. If you're taking poison damage, it is always going to be an overtime. Bit by bit, every round type of damage, and not one big pump of poison. Because that has never made fucking sense to me at all. But for the majority of the time, poison will give you the poison condition, right? And poison resistance, you can only resist the poison. Like poison that is inhaled or ingested is more poison, more deadly. And poison resistance does not influence it at all. Now, with toxic and venom and all of these different mechanics, toxic damage is a different type of damage that I'm making. Let me make this bold. That is a more deadly version of poison. This is the type of poison, quote-unquote poison damage, that actually does a bigger amount of damage, but it's more like necrotic. But the reason why it's so dangerous is because it has a symbiotic effect with the poison condition. If you have the poison condition prior to taking toxic damage, you will take double toxic damage. If you're poisoned, toxic damage is going to fuck you sideways really, really terribly. Venom is a category for all types of poisons that deal with like paralysis, incapacitating, and hallucinations. Because it wouldn't make any sense if a creature is immune to poison. So I use a paralysis poison on them, and it doesn't work because they're immune to poison. Like, no, this is different. They're not the same thing. Not even close. Being able to shrug off poison condition and poison damage is very different to a particular type of poison that attacks all of your nerves, attacks your brain, and incapacitates you or makes you hallucinate. I like how that works. It makes so much more sense than normal poison damage. Yeah, it's always pissed me off how poison works. Especially because everything is resistant or immune to it. It makes poison so useless. So if you want to roleplay as a rogue, 90% of your damage is just, sneak attack, which, to be fair, a lot of damage. But still, if I want to roleplay as an assassin, I can't. It's only useful against humanoids. Literally everything else has some form of poison resistance, immunity, or just fuck you, I don't care type of resistance to it. And it just pisses me off. So I'm going to take away a lot of poison resistances and immunities. And with this system, just because you're poison resistant or immune doesn't mean you're going to be toxic or venom immune or resistant. And then there's also Kingsbane. Kingsbane is its own category of deadly poisons that are very unique. These are poison types that there is no cure to. These are the types of poisons that are used to kill kings, that professional assassins use to assassinate high-level figures. Because there's no curing from it, there's no coming back from it. There's just, you get hit, you die. Clean, cut clean, no ties back to whoever did it. These are very rare though. So if I'm hearing this right, they're the same thing. Okay, gotcha. Yes, you are very correct. They are the exact same thing. Congratulations. So yeah. I think this is pretty well rounded off. I don't think I need to work anything else into it. Unless anyone has any suggestions of anything to change. Like when I say tick damage, is like poison damage is literally not a type of damage that you roll. It is just 1 point of poison damage per round, 2 points of poison damage per round, depending on the creature, depending on the person, depending on the poison. A high-level assassin is probably going to use a type of poison that deals like 4 or 5 points of damage per round whilst you're poisoned. Same thing with a high-level creature. But the toxic damage is really what does you in. it makes spells that cleanse poison conditions a lot more useful than they are. Because the poison condition in general is going to be more prevalent now. Right, so I was working on these everywhere. Okay. Oh Jesus. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 and increases by 1 again whenever you gain a level. Ooh, beefy boys. This is new. Make it all in Times New Roman, obviously. Great idea. Do I like this or not? I've not gone over not all of the new stuff. I didn't like a lot of what I saw. There were some that I did like, but I just couldn't be bothered. Since I'm gonna rework everything myself anyways, I didn't see the point on learning a whole new updated version of the system. Especially because they're doing a lot of things that I fucking hate. Are there new dwarven lineages? Are there new dwarven lineages? Wait. There are no dwarven lineages. Where are the dwarven lineages? No dwarf. All the races, I read it wrong. All the races, species that canonically have had lineages in D&D since the early settings. D&D, all the way through, should continue to have those lineages. Yeah. The species for the halflings, so they all just act like. This is absolutely fucking stupid. I hate this. You see, this is why I didn't learn the new fucking system. Let me just copy and paste these. For all dwarves. I will for clear formatting on this. And this. Actually, yeah, I think I like dwarves giving you an extra point of HP. They're beefy lads. They should have the extra HP. Same thing with like Goliaths. Okay, let me go back to the right. Oh, and this actually. Hold on. You gain tremor sense with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. Must be on a stone surface or touching a stone. I actually really like this. This actually makes a lot of sense with my universe too, so. Use your proficiency bonus. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's a pretty good one. Clear formatting. Okay. Now, let's go to the legacy dwarves. Where the fuck? Hello? dwarves. There we go. Okay. Constitution up by 2. I should probably change this to heading 2. Big ones. Yeah, just like I did with that one. Okay. Halflings. Humans. None of 2. Okay. Wait, no. Yeah. Gnomes. Actually, you know what? Gnomes should probably go further up. I don't know why gnomes are so far down here. I put gnomes like, yeah, right after halflings. Just tidy things up a little bit more. I'm gonna take these ones and put it, yeah, right here. More than that. Should probably move tieflings up as well. Right after humans. So how are you making the bear race? Ah, yes. Where bears? Where? Bears? Let's do Constitution. I have a lot of animal races though, so, but I don't think I haven't made a bear race. I have a lion race. The tabaxi are, they're not cat race, they're more it's like lion, these are more like tigers and panthers, kangaroos, elephant or mammoth, rabbit folk, these are complicated. They're like serpent-ish. Let me bolden and heading 1 all of these. You know, the thing with making all of these is that it never occurred to me to just rename them. You know, it's D&D. You know, I just took the ones from the game and put them in my games. But now that I'm looking at them, there's a part of me that is going, a lot of these names don't really fit my universe. I can just, I do have full reign and control over this, so why not just rename them? There's obviously that part that is always hesitant because there's such a thing as convenience, right? There's a convenience aspect to not renaming everything and making everything too different, because then people know what they're looking for, and when they're looking for something, they'll go and they'll find it. Have a gnome as a pet. That is a fully sentient individual, Abby. That's called slavery. Calm down. Things like tieflings. The name tiefling makes no sense in my universe. It doesn't mean anything. Like I renamed orcs. These make sense. Then these are actual orcs. The word orc still exists. But orc is, in my universe, orc is a word that is derogatory towards the Naruto. It's an elvish word that means deserter. So it's not their actual species name, but the elves are so influential that it has kind of caught on. So people do call them orcs, but they don't like being called that. I only did that for the sake of both because it makes sense and because people are gonna want to play orcs. You know, orcs are a trade, a unique trade of Dungeons and Dragons and like Lord of the Rings and fantasy in general. So people want orcs. So this was the compromise that I made, which I'm pretty happy with, to be fair. It's not like it's a bad compromise, but something like tieflings doesn't really make much sense to me. So I might change it. You have the power of God and Expedition 33 on your side. Unstoppable. Slavery, if they want to, I can give it candy. Could be besties, you wouldn't know. The fact that you said I can give it candy and not he or she or they says a lot. It is a person. Two goblins in a trench coat as a pet. I think for now, because I am determined to change a lot about tieflings. I think hold on. I need an umbrella term later. Mm-hmm. Let's settle for a goblin by using an intricate pulley system to move around with us. Jimu. Hmm. Ooh. Hold on. I just put it, that'd be an umbrella term for them for now. Right, I was working on dwarves. Alright, got a little sidetracked. Let me bring this one also a little further down. I'll put it right before humans. There we go. Okay. Dwarves. +2 Constitution. Okay. You don't have a character in lore. Why would your non-character have a non-cat named Sasuke? Sasuke. Easter eggs, gosh. Mm-hmm. If there is one thing that I don't think I've ever done, and I ain't about to start now, is use any form of other pop culture reference names in my games. I've never done it, and God forbid I start now. It's just not my thing. Okay. Dwarves get a +2 to Constitution. What do the other dwarves do that I can give? He's thinking. Right. Sure he is. Dwarven combat training. Why is this not there anymore? Why did they get rid of Dwarven combat training? And 2 perfect. Wait a minute. There's no way they got rid of all of this, right? Hold on. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of the flavor from the fucking species. Why don't we? Yeah, no, that sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds very defining and unique, and very much sounds like the species that I pick is important at all. What the fuck is the point of playing fantasy then? Just play a fucking human. Oh my fucking god, These D&D prep streams are just gonna end up being rant streams of how much I fucking hate how they're streamlining every single fucking species in the game. This is actually fucking disgusting. What is the point of picking a specific species? I really hope there is more option. And that this is just... Here, species rules. What is this? This is background, this is not species. So you don't get any skill or 2 proficiencies from your species. Specified origin feed. Yeah, no. They did a disgusting fucking job at streamlining this game. Ain't that the truth? All the flavor and depth was in me. Sounds about right. God, this is disgusting. I have a pair named Chief Leaf Barrington. So I played Pathfinder Homebrew 2014 5e. Yeah. What we're doing. I'm not the biggest fan of Pathfinder. Mainly because I just find a lot of the rules a little too convoluted. But now I'm making my own convoluted fucking rules. But at least these are convoluted rules that I want. So I guess the issue wasn't... The issue that I had with Pathfinder wasn't that the rules are too convoluted. It's just that I guess I wanted to be in control of which direction the convolution went in. Which I guess makes more sense now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so Hell Dwarf +1 wisdom. Okay. I think that's good. I don't have any problems with that. With +1 wisdom. +1 wisdom. Mountain dwarf. +2 strength. Oh, it's just the hill dwarf that gains the dwarven toughness. I thought that was a new mechanic. Interesting. Okay. That's why this one gets a +2 and this one gets a +1. That makes sense. I like the flavor. And it's been a minute since I looked through all of the proper species and all of the stuff that they give. Now, do I want to give this? Yeah, the tremor sense makes sense for all of the dwarves, especially with the new dark vision. Oh, what a banger. Oh shit, my coffee. It's been going cold. Still warm. Damn. Okay. I think. Yeah, mountain dwarfs should get a. Oh, where do I put my coffee? Fuck. Ugh. Regular dark vision when surrounded by Earth. Yeah, right. So, most of my dark vision is circumstantial now. Which I prefer that way. I basically the same thing that I did with poison rework, I did with dark vision. I had the same problem with both. They were both too oversaturated of a mechanic. Poison, too many creatures have resistance or immunity. Dark vision, too many creatures have dark vision. And we tested it out in our 3-shot that we did at the end of last year. We tested out the new dark visions and a lot of the new mechanics in that 3-shot. And some of the players have mentioned how the new dark vision system that I created makes them actually think a little bit more about what's the word? Makes them think more about what items to bring and what spells to prepare. Spells that would usually go unused, actually making use of torches and stuff like that, which is what I want to encourage more in my games for more of the options to become more viable. I don't like that there very much is a streamlined way of playing D&D, which is what I don't like. You can play D&D however you want, but there is an optimal way of playing D&D, and I don't like the fact that exists. D&D should be a game where every option is an option, and not every option exists, but there's a better way of doing things. You know what I mean? Why should I pick this when the game gives me this on a silver platter already? There is no point. So reworking dark vision has helped that a lot, and I'm hoping that poison has it as well. I haven't had a chance to test out how the poison system works yet, but we'll have plenty of time for that in the big campaign. So For example, elves get dark vision only when there's starlight present. So if they're outside, or if there's a window and there's starlight seeping through, elves get dark vision. Dwarves get dark vision when completely surrounded by earth, like caves or underground dungeons. If they're just outside and it's nighttime, they don't get dark vision. But I do like the tremor sense, because the tremor sense also makes a lot of sense for it, for dwarves in my universe. So, and the fact that it's a limited amount of time. I might change this to 1 minute. Make it like a ping, like a submarine radar. They get a minute mid-combat of tremor sense. $10 minutes feels a little overkill. Even more because they can use it a number of times equal to the proficiency modifier. 1 minute means that there's still a chance that if they are doing it mid-combat, that if it's like a really long combat, they might have to do it multiple times instead of only once. It must be on a stone surface or touching a stone surface. The stone can be natural or worked. Okay. So, mountain dwarves. Strength. The strength makes sense for mountain dwarves. Necessary constitution. Constitution everyone gets already. Just by being dwarves. Yeah, I think that's fine. It'll be +1 strength. Now I'm wondering, because this might have taken away some of the flavor from the specific dwarf types. Yeah. I think they're both useful enough. You know what? No. I'll leave it how it is for specific races. I'll make it each one of them gets a I'll leave it how it is, like that, on the regular what's the word? Game, except I'll put the stone cutting 2 proficiencies. Should I put these in there? I don't want to drown out the pages with stuff, but at the same time, these are pretty important. I'm gonna take a look at Duergar. You should be down. Jesus Christ, let me close all of these. There's way too many different settings that the game is pulling from. I do not need all of these. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Close you. You. Okay, so it's not down. Where the Durgar? Don't need these. Or this. What the fuck? Hello? I swear I saw Durgar here somewhere. There you go. Okay. Why are they so happy looking? They're just they're the xenophobe species. Ah yes. This looks like a species that enslaves and tortures everyone that doesn't look like them. Wait, is this the new one? Or no? It doesn't look like. Wait a minute. Hill and Mountain Dwarf. Okay, yeah, Durgar's not here. Oh. Subraces of dwarves by Hill Dwarves and Mountain Dwarves. Choose one of these. Here you are. Why can't I click on this to go to the Durgar page? Because this does not look like the right one. Oh, this is from Mordenkainen. It is the right one. Mordenkainen. Monsters of the Multiverse book. Okay. Psionic Fortitude. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll take that. Oh wait, yeah. That. What do they get for ability scores? Character's ability scores increase one score by 2 and increase a different score by 1. Are you fucking kidding me? How lazy do you have to be? Okay, I guess I'll figure it out myself. Durgars. I'd say Durgars would probably have high charisma. They'd have a lot of mental fortitude. Charisma, a lot of people mistake charisma for, you know, being charismatic, being charming. But, you know, being intimidating is just as much part of charisma as anything else. It's just having a strong personality. That's all charisma is. Whatever your personality is, it doesn't have to be positive or negative. So I'd say Durgars have a pretty strong personality in general. because of the way that they're brought up. So I would say +1 charisma. Yeah. And of course the +2 constitution because they're still dwarves. Medium. Why do they have 30 feet walking speed? Don't the other ones have only a 25? Where's the walking speed? There we go. Yeah. Oh, this is a nice little touch, actually. Yeah, I should probably put this in here. Dwarves. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna, yeah, I gotta reformat this entire thing. This is heading forward. That does not look like heading forward. Yeah, that's not right. That is heading forward. You know what? I'm gonna put you at heading 3, and I'm gonna put these at heading 2. Control Alt 3. Okay, that'll make things much faster. Oh, will it? That's a bit of shit. Two, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now I broaden this, and this. Now change the color of these, because the light gray is just... My eyes can barely fucking see it. Okay. What else? Oh, did I miss this one? Yes, I did. Urban resilience, speed. Okay. 25 feet for all of them. Makes no sense that Durgar get 30 feet. I don't understand why that's the case here. They're still tiny. They have small legs. It's... makes no sense. It would make sense for Durgar to get extra bit of magic, because where they live is much more dangerous, specifically if the magic is, you know, to do with what's the word? To do with stealth. Jesus Christ, took me a moment. How's the sub races going? Pretty well. I reformatted a lot of the things. Apparently Durgar and regular D&D have 30 feet of movement, which makes no sense to me. So I just put them down as 25 like everything else. Like all the other dwarves. The Wizard of the Coast was a little lazy with their ability score increases. It's just pick wherever the fuck you want to put them. So instead, I gave Duergar charisma, a +1 in charisma, and +2 in constitution, just like all other dwarves. +1 in charisma, not because they're charismatic and charming, but because they have a strong personality. Whatever the personality is, Duergars are very set in their ways. So charisma makes a lot of sense. They are a very determined race. Very strong-willed. They're not very wise. They're not particularly non-intelligent, but not extraordinarily so to the point where it earns a species buff to their intelligence. But charisma makes a lot of sense for them. At least for my universe version of them. Also, is it just me? Or this looks a little too happy? A little like some doesn't add up with this art of Duergar. Look at the big mean race of dwarves in general, hill dwarves and mountain dwarves. And then you have Duergar, the xenophobic enslavers from underground. Happy little face. Tickles me a lot. Right. Duergar magic. I've been meaning to change how magic works for species magic. You know how elves get magic, tieflings get magic at specific levels, specific spells to them. And I've been meaning to change how that works to fit the residual magic system a little bit better. Because if you don't have spell slots, then the residual magic system can't really affect you, which is a shame, because there are species that have spells that are inherent to them. And I want to make use of those, but I can't. What's the word? I can't without then also making a residual magic table for each individual
These
species.
cops are interrogating me about an ounce of weed as if I didn't kill an Applebee's hostess 2 miles away.
Hey, Mr. Squared, welcome in. It's never not gonna be amazing. I'm back. What I miss? A lot of rants. I've had at least like 2 or 3 at this point about the new D&D species whilst I work on my own. They took away all of the flavor. Like this is British level of bland. I came in here, you know, expecting some Latino spice. And I don't understand what the fuck happened. They made orcs Mexican dough, so that was great. I did see that. Hold on. I saw that a while back. Where are the orcs? There they are. Jesus Christ. This does not look like an orc. I'm sorry, but this... No. Just no. As funny as it is. Just no. Of all of the cultures, you know, how many different nomadic cultures are there in the world? Or at least were there before being nomadic stopped being useful. Why Mexicans? To be fair, there's a little bit of Texan right here. But they could have gone for anything. No. It just doesn't fit. Is it just me? Am I the odd one out? Am I crazy for thinking that my rampaging, savage, raiding orcs can't really imagine them being any form of Latinos, to be fair, let alone Mexicans, which is what this is. No. Feels racially motivated. This feels racist, but I don't know who to. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I sense some racism, but I can't tell if it's, you know, towards them or towards everyone else. The Mexicans fuck with it, so the Mexicans fuck with anything. You will not find a more chill group of people. The Mexicans are just happy to be there. That's what it... If I could sum up the entire culture of Mexicans, it's just, I'm happy to be here. That's... I'll clean your house, I'll clean your garden, $10. I'm just happy to be here, man. Just don't deport me. As a Latino immigrant myself, we're just happy to be here. Hey, you guys are playing a fantasy game, and one of the races is relatively close to Mexican culture. Hey, shit, man. Fuck. I'll take it, Holmes. Fuck it. Sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, is that so low? What? I support. How you doing, handsome? Hold on. Miss Queen! Hi. How you doing? I come in. I'll never forget when we learned Luffy was Brazilian. What? I mean, it makes sense. Just by the way he dresses, it makes a lot of sense. But I didn't expect it to be canon. I expected it to be, inspired. But canon? There's no way. You lie. Yeah, his drip is 100% Brazilian.
One does not simply walk into water.
Dorado said if he was any real life nationality, he would be Brazilian. Oh, that makes so much sense, man. That makes so much sense.
That's what she said.
It makes so much sense, fool. Hold on. Hold on. Here, I think I know exactly where he got inspiration from. Oh fuck, I need to remember their name in Portuguese. Hold on a minute. Hmm. Come on, there are some depictions of it. Hold on. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna find the right one that I'm looking for. Well, first of all, Luffy. Right? And this is a folklore creature in Brazil. Called the Saci Pererê. And he's a one-legged pipe smoking mischievous creature that can create like a hurricane, zoom places. There are some depictions of it where it has very much this the red button up, open down the middle shirt, and the hat, but mainly the large red hat. But it's 100%. Yeah, he's 100% Brazilian. Don't even need to look for folklore. You can just look at how Brazilians dress. Then for the live action, the dude that plays Luffy is also Brazilian. Oh, top tier. Amazing. Hey, I am swell. I forgot to mention to my boss I have therapy on Thursdays, so lucky they are chill. And I took the day off work for my appointment. Very nice. Killing over on my nails until my niece painted. Ooh, let me see. Sold them. Sold them right now. I'm need to shit. Have a great shit support. Have you been to stream also? I have been fantastic. My sleep schedule has been very fucked. But I've been pretty happy overall. I got my nice collector's edition Expedition 33 statue. that I've been waiting for like 7 months. And it's been giving me strength. It's been pushing me forward. Looks like Mr. fucking Hanky from South Park. Mr. Hanky from South Park. Oh, the shit. How nice. Yeah. No, that's lovely. They are Bosch they will not show. What? 6 years old. Come on. I want to see. And stream's going pretty good. I'm doing some working on the species. Because the D&D species are stupid. And the Wizards of the Coast are stupid. And stink about stinky poo poo. Stinky poo poo garbage. So today it's species rework. I'm going over everything on each species and just trying my damnedest to fix them, make them work within my universe. And how is the therapy going? Is it going okay? You yearn for the day I can play another feral species. Feral species? What do you mean? Why are these open? Shit. Let me close all of these. Lizard folk, kobolds, goblin, etc. Ah, feral species. Got it. Yes. I should probably work on them for when that happens. The lizard folk are down here. They're the Hinnovids. That my lizard folk have feathers. It's kind of like like they do have scales, but it's like a mixture between the two. They have a lot of scales and some colored feathers mixed in between. Kind of like how dinosaurs should look. Not with the scales, with the feathers. Dinosaurs should have feathers. Well, so to speak. Potentially. All theoretically, of course. Hypothetically. Yes. Some have more, some have less, some have none. More smooth skinned, more like the Amalaka people. These are more like salamanders and axolotls. And the Mihuquets are more like lizards and feathered. And they're two separate individuals. So this is more like lizard folk. And this is more like salamander folk, I guess. Both under the same species. They're subspecies of each other. I love lizard folk, man. They're so cool. I really like them too in regular D&D. I like their lore a lot. I like the fact that they're very, very neutral. Like, out of all of the species, lizard folk, they just kind of do whatever, you know. They do whatever to survive. They're cannibals. It's just normal to them. They just eat. They eat their dead to not go hungry without any form of social pressure and on their part. Is a very interesting, weird culture. They're just neutral all around. Fascinating. And they're, not to speak of their fucking deities on D&D as well, which are very, well, R is multiple, also one deity. Provide no environmental benefit, just raw survival and evolution. Yeah. They're a super interesting race. Excuse me? You are fucking kidding me. Yeah, legacy content. What is this? Hello? What? Can I not view these? Okay, I guess I'll just have to fucking Google it. Google will have it. Suck my nuts, D&D Beyond. There we go.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
Huzzah. You have arrived indeed. Use Wikidot. That is exactly what I did. How you doing? How's your day been? I'm working on the races right now. I just did dwarves. I don't think I'm fully done with dwarves yet, but it's good enough for now, I think. Ski? Skip to gnome. No reason. I was literally going to do that. Because I'm not entirely sure what to do for halflings right now. I'm just going to leave them be. And gnomes are right here. So, I might skip in between gnomes and... No. I should have a... half Naruto. Okay. Forest gnomes. Let's see. What does regular D&D have for me on gnomes? How many times have we shit on D&D today? Need a counter. No comment. I don't know what you're talking about. I love this game. What are you talking about? Every game, all time. Liars, all of you. +2 intelligence. Yeah. Okay. Speed 25. Great games can be shit, Mr. J. Just look at Skyrim. You're not wrong. Yeah. This is OP as shit and makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry. But this is dumb. Hella dumb. Or mentally better, bro. Just let it be. It makes no sense. Here, I thought I was rage baiting. No? Yeah, this is what it is. Okay, forest gnomes. +1 dexterity. Makes sense. Natural illusionist. Just minor illusion. I guess you can speak with small beasts. The thing is, I'm reworking these, so I need to be thinking of my lore. Gnome Cunning does have a lore reason behind it. Yes, for regular gnomes, not my gnomes. Yeah. So I gotta think of what I can give based off of my personal lore for each individual species. For gnomes, I just woke up. What the fuck? Stop that.
Stop that right now.
Night night. Gnomes. What did I get? I gotta tie them to Lusdura. So whatever they get comes from there. Forest gnomes and deep gnomes. Displacer beast? Well, yeah, I couldn't leave a beast where it was. Nice first message. How you doing, Dr. Lion? Welcome in. Man, D&D people are the best. Yeah. It's always some quirky shit. When you spend enough time around the table playing games with people for fuck knows how long, you become a little weird, you know? you pull in a little bit of everything that makes everyone else weird from around you. I'm doing well, thanks. Coding on a Lancer plugin for every you. Jesus Christ, that is. Oh, sounds like a lot of work. Doing great. We are reworking all of the D&D mechanics. So, you know, light work, right? Today. Oh, not the ad. Ah, damn. I probably made a your mom joke or something. Your mom jokes are legendary and timeless. I missed what you just said. I said that we're I'm doing great. We are reworking all of the D&D mechanics and rules. So small work. It's just slightly ambitious. Not everything, just the things that I hate about D&D, which some people will say that it's a lot. I would say it's an adequate amount, and I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. I love this game, except for when I don't. And when I don't love this game, then I just change the game, because I can do that. It's a lot. I make rants here and there about the game. It's a 50-50 on whether the rant is a positive or a negative. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't rant about it if I like it. Some quick googling has told me Evra is a very good dice roller for Discord. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've thought about using it, but we use the Forge, so no real point on that, but it's probably really good for playing without a what's the word? A digital VTT. You usually play D&D, Dr. Lion, or you like other systems? Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu. We had a rare positive rant about lizard folk. We did. Lizard folk are a great species. Very well rounded. Hold on, I need to drink some water. So right now, we're going to continue on doing species for a little bit longer. Support's taking the longest bathroom break. Still? He said he needed to shit. Hold on. How long ago was that? Hold on. Why is it not showing the timestamps? Show cat appearance timestamps. That was almost half an hour ago. He was here, huh? He came in for like a minute and said he needed to shit and left. That's fucking hilarious. Speak with small beasts still doesn't make too much sense for me. Um. Oh, there's ever since I started doing all of these reworks, a part of me is always like pushing, thinking you can finally do all of the stuff that you wanted to do, because up until now you always thought I should probably keep things as is. I don't want to fuck anything up. But now I'm sitting here thinking there's a lot of stuff that I've always wanted to do with my gnomes that I never got to do. Not really in both in lore and mechanically. For example, in my universe, gnomes are meant to have a specific type of magic that is theirs, which is just it's nonsensical magic to a certain extent. Gnomes can, it kind of goes into the gnome ingenuity and intelligence and their ability to tinker with things, where gnomes have a way to connect things that should not, in theory, be able to be connected. Like, let me think of a good example. For example, if you build a house, right? Tell me I'm MacGyver, bro. No. So, if you're building a house, you're just building a very simple wood house with wood and mud, which is something that people can very much do. With the advancement of nails and metalworking and metallurgy in general, Making houses has become much easier and much sturdier because of it, with architecture and structural balance, putting nails in the right places, having a good foundation. Gnomes don't need that. A mud and wood house created by a gnome is just as sturdy, if not more sturdy, than a house that has been constructed with cement and nails and full pieces of log. And that just comes from gnomes' ability to connect things in the right way. There's a connection between wood and dirt. The dirt that is put on the wood to that, it doesn't even need to be mud either. It can just be dirt. As long as you're a gnome, you know what you're doing. Both of those combined will make a more sturdy home. And you could say, I mean, there is a connection between wood and dirt in the sense that trees grow out of earth, but that is not the connection that is being made. You'd think that that is the connection that is being made, but that is what makes gnome magic so weird. The first thing that you think of is never the thing that is connecting them. Wizards have not been able to figure out gnome magic yet, and gnomes aren't very keen on sharing the thing that makes them what they are, and not like any other species would be able to harness that particular magic anyways. How often are gnomes extorted for this? Very often. But at the same time, gnomes also make a lot of money because of this. It's a 50-50, just like anything else. If you know what you're doing, and you do it well, and you're not stupid, you won't be extorted for it. Inspire an extra lore. Thank you very much. No problem. But these are like the kind of things where these are the kind of things that I had to get rid of, because when I first made this universe, I made this universe for a book, and then I made the universe for a game, and then I decided to use this universe for D&D. But when I made the transition from video game or from book to D&D, I realized that I would have to get rid of a lot of stuff, because I didn't feel confident enough to make these things my own. And like, there was a lot of species. I am reintroducing these species now because I can put them on book and names and mechanics, but there was a lot of species that I just completely erased from the game because they didn't fit the D&D species formula. And D&D already had so many species that were somewhat adjacent to them. That it felt redundant to have them there. And the gnome magic system was one of the things that I just kind of left it behind. And just left it as, it's just a little bit of flavor for gnomes. But I should be able to bring it back in some way, shape, or form. But it'll be a little complicated. Still doesn't work fully well with the system. Welcome back, Abby. We finished thinking I like to see your story become a game. It'd be great. But it's never gonna happen. Welcome back. I think I can just call it here, but I don't know. What was it called again? It's not weird magic. It's like weird magic. What is the magic for hags? Yeah, it's weird magic. It's no hexes. I mean hexes are also hag magic, but hexes can be harnessed by pretty much anyone else if done right. Weird magic is like the fact that a hag can extract your essence. You know that's weird magic. The fact that a hag can cast spells that don't exist. You know, cast spells in strange ways. Because they've been alive for fuck knows how many hundreds of years. They've figured out, if not thousands of years, they figured out how to cast spells in ways that no one could even begin to comprehend. That's what counts as weird magic for hags. Hipu magic, yes. That's what it's called. You're so right. Man, God bless. Odu, what would we do without you? Progress stalled. Yeah, I'll work on the gnomes weird magic. Oh shit. And hope for the best. That's not long it'll take for support to finish this shit. I'm gonna say 20 minutes. That's what I'm putting my money on. Yeah, 20 minutes. Put up a game right now. I play Farco, that's didn't even last a full hour. Yeah, 20 more minutes. That is what I meant. What session? Jeez, wait. 20 times 5 is crazy. No, because we're expecting him to take long. He's just watching this whole thing while he takes a shit. Ethan hates me. He joined your live when I wasn't here. No, he didn't. Ethan was never here. Unless he came in and didn't speak. I didn't see a message from him. I'm telling on him? Wow. Snitch. Can't fucking believe it. We got a snitch in here. I'm confused. My therapist doesn't even know what to do. She left. What? What do you mean she left? Mid-session? He arrived. Shit. Okay, well, I guess not. 20 minutes. God damn it, support my money. Little shit. It's his consequence for not saying hello. Yeah, you're not wrong. Be a pup. God damn it. Oh, is my mic peaking? What the fuck? No, it's fine. That was weird. She left. Yeah, told her everything. Said my sleep is worse, my fatigue is flaring up. Nothing. She said, okay, so our next sessions are have a great rest of your day. How much did you pay for that session? Because however much you paid, you need a refund doubled. Pretty please. Reimbursed is not enough. Compensated is the bare minimum. And if you didn't pay anything for it, you still gotta be paid. Free healthcare says I don't pay a dime, so technically free. Well, not free enough. I'd need to be. Oh. You'd have to fucking pay me to go into a fucking. On a therapy session like that. Boy, no way, boy. No. No. I should book my next therapy session with Hayes instead. What do I do now? I skipped work for that is crazy. I am sorry, miss. I'm sorry. It's good. Ooh. I'd do better. Hazel would do better. You're probably better off. Honestly, you're better off with an animal. You just get a emotional support animal. We'll do 10 times more than whatever that bitch did. At least wouldn't leave randomly. Okay. I should probably get going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid. Oh. You look at that. You were snitched on, by the way, Ethan. End the stream. Yeah, I gotta go to work soon. Ooh, everybody, grab your raid messages. And if you're subbed, take that one. It was a good little session for all of the species. I appreciate everyone for joining. Thank you guys. No stream tomorrow, maybe. We're not sure yet. Depends on the D&D stuff. But yeah, let's go say hi to this person. All of the people are streaming the game. So thank you guys for joining and helping me with my D&D preps and my homebrewed and indulging me in my new mechanics. And I'll see you guys further along in this pilgrimage of ours. Stop your raid messages.